one day somebody does something unspeakable to someone else, to someone you hardly knew, and you do something about it because you can.
This story comes to us from KOAT.com. Former Las Cruces, New Mexico police officer Felipe Hernandez was found guilty after a woman was killed in an October 2023 police shooting. A jury found Felipe Hernandez guilty of voluntary manslaughter after being acquitted of second-degree murder charge. He will remain in custody until sentencing at a later date. I'm going to get back to something here. The early morning shooting resulted in the death of 45-year-old Teresa Gomez. She was approached by Hernandez while inside her vehicle the morning of October 3rd, 2023. The city of Las Cruces, New Mexico, also agreed to pay the estate of Gomez $20 million after a lawsuit and criminal charges against Hernandez were filed. Doña Ana County District Attorney Fernando R. Macias provided an update on the case ahead of the sentencing hearing. He said, "It is very positive that the jury held Felipe Hernandez responsible for the death of Terry Leyva Gomez. We will be asking for a lengthy sentence as permitted under the law. While it is difficult to determine why the jury did not go forward with second-degree murder charge, we firmly believe the evidence presented at trial supported that charge. Nevertheless, we're respectful of the jury's deliberation process and the results."
Now, the shooting happened in the pre-dawn hours of October 3rd, 2023. Hernandez testified that he was on his police bike patrolling the area when he arrived at a housing complex on Burley Court. Now, he said he approached a vehicle where 45-year-old Teresa Gomez was sitting with a passenger identified as Jesus Garcia. Now, Hernandez testified that he recognized Garcia from previous encounters and shined his flashlight inside, not knowing if a crime had been committed. Now, at one point, he allowed her back inside the vehicle while he wrote a warrant for Garcia. Hernandez said that's when Gomez tried to drive away, hitting him with the car. Now, he showed the jury where he was struck, adding that he was scared for his life and that when he fired 3 times, he intended to hit Gomez. Now, during cross-examination, prosecutors asked Hernandez if he provided life-saving measures to Gomez, which he said he did not because he was still in a state of shock.
And first of all, I need some help from attorneys out there. And this is going to go into what I'm going to get back to. A couple of things here. He was acquitted of second-degree murder. Now, I'm a little rusty here. I don't exactly remember this part, but I don't know if that means that because they didn't say not guilty, they acquitted him, is that not guilty? I just thought of this. That's why I didn't think to go back and research this. Because sometimes when I'm giving these stories, just as I'm reading the story to you, things pop up and I go, oh, yeah. But so what I'm saying is, so it was, since they said, well, acquitted, not guilty, is that why he could be retried? And that's what I was going to get back to was, so he was acquitted of second-degree murder, and you would think, well, that's it, he's done. But they went back and got him for manslaughter. I wonder if he can file an appeal that they tried him a second time. Double jeopardy. Is that double jeopardy? Did he, can he say, hey, hold on a minute, I already been acquitted, but it's a different charge. Maybe they found some new facts. I don't know. But the thing is he got second-degree murder, he got manslaughter, voluntary manslaughter, which I'm going to get to in a second too, not second-degree murder. Now, between the murders in this one of Sonia Massey, where the Illinois police officer was recently convicted of second-degree murder, a lot of people were like, why not first-degree murder? He said, I'm going to shoot you in the effing face. And then he shot her. Well, that's not premeditation. That's just shouting in an instant in a situation. To get first-degree murder, which is sometimes hard to prove because you have to prove premeditation. That's not, you know what? I'll kill you right now, dude. Huh? And then you get in a fight and then the guy's dead. That's not premeditation. That's me saying, oh, dude, I'll kill your ass. Um, Premeditation is you sat down, you thought it out, you said, I'll do this, I'm going to do this, I'm taking this person's life. You're meditating on it. You're saying, you're planning it. That's first degree murder. Okay, just because you shout something and have it. Second degree murder is when you decide in an instant, I'm going to murder this person, and you take their life, but you didn't previously plan it out. It just happened. Second degree. Voluntary and involuntary. Involuntary manslaughter would be like if we got in a fight and you swung and I got you in a headlock and I went, stop! And you died and I let you go and I go, holy crap, he's dead. That could be involuntary manslaughter because involuntarily I just did something and you died. Then there's negligent homicide, which if you're negligent and it results in the death, you could get negligent homicide. But this cop got voluntary manslaughter because he voluntarily pulled his firearm and then ended up shooting her. I think he should have got second degree murder. I don't know. But I want to know what all of you think. But here's a cop that got voluntary manslaughter instead of second degree murder. And what? He'll be out in 3.5 years, right? Yeah, probably. We're going to give him a lengthy sentence. He'll get 10 years. He'll be out in 3.5. And he'll go on with his life. Yeah. While Terry Gomez, her life's already ended.